Hello there everyone, welcome to the FM Scout YouTube channel. My name is Omega Luke and today I have another tactic tester for you. This is a series where I take your tactics submitted on the FM Scout website. I run them through a test where I go on holiday a full season and see exactly how we get on. Using a 2 or 3 teams, we don't really know whether they're at the top or at the bottom, mid-table. I just pick completely randomly just to make it as fair as I possibly can, really, and just to see how they get on. Now, today we have a very interesting tactic. It is a 3 at the back, but it is very attacking. The 5 across midfield, 2 up top. We have some attacking wingers. I'm interested to see how that happens. But of course, if you want to submit your tactic for it to be tested here on the channel, then please submit it on the FM Scout website. Let us know down in the comments, or in fact, if there's a formation that you're looking for, that you want to run, the team suits this formation, you can get a tactic for it, let us know down in the comments as well, and I'm sure we can have a look on the website, see what tactics have been tested, and to see whether I can find you a tactic that will work. That is also something we can do here. We can help each other. Look what we're doing. Of course, I'm going to go and I'm going to show you the 3 teams we have picked. But just before we do that, reminder that I do have my own channel, Omega Luke Gaming. Please come across and have a look what we've got going on there. The World Rotterdam Nation is full and in force. We also go live on Twitch now, which is quite fun. I must admit, I'm really enjoying the streams and I'm really enjoying people coming across. Here we are then. The first team we are using is Boavista. Now this is the tactic we are going to be looking at. So we have 2 pressing forwards, 1 on attack, 1 on support. We have 2 attacking wingers, 2 box-to-box midfield players, both on support. I'm interested to see how that works because it's just, I don't know. My favourite position, the deep line playmaker role in the CDM on defend. That is my favourite position on this year's game. We have 2 ball-playing defenders, both on defence. And again, 2 episodes in a row, we have a Libero. This time, though, it is on support. So I'm intrigued to see what happens with the Libero. Whether they score a lot of goals, I don't know. Some people taught me how to actually search to see what position they've been playing now. So I will have a look on this, and maybe I'll highlight what the Libero has actually done. That'll be quite interesting to see, considering if you've watched the last episode with Milinkovic-Savic, how he got on compared to what these Liberos do. That'll be quite cool to see what the difference is. But we are playing attacking mentality. In possession, we're passing into space, playing out of defence. A very short directness, much shorter, but with a high tempo. So we're working our way at the pitch in increments, I'd imagine. Running at the defence, working the ball into the box, low crosses, playing quite wide as well. In transition, though, it is a gegenpress. Of course, it would. It's very rarely you're going to see a tactic that isn't, because it's just the best, isn't it? Distributing the ball quickly to the centre backs, taking short kicks. Out of possession, though, using the offside trap, much high line of engagement. Higher defensive line, playing very wide defence. That's weird. Using tight marking, preventing the short goalkeeper kicks, and getting stuck in. So we'll see how many fouls we do, because lately we've been using tactics that haven't been doing that. There's no other player instructions. That is just it. It's time to see the other teams. We now have Fastav Zlin from the Czech Republic. So we are using that tactic with them. Oh, by the way, Boavista, before we go any further, Boavista playing in Liga NOS, the Portuguese league, they are predicted to finish in 7th place. So sort of like a high mid-table side. The reason why I've done that is because Fastav Zlin, playing in the Czech league, that's not what I want to do, playing in the Czech league, they are low mid-table side, 11th place out of 16th. And the third team, you've probably seen it already, Rangers, predicted to finish in the top 2, of course, with Celtic being the number 1 team at the minute. Forgive me, Rangers fans, but that is just facts. They won the league last year. It's up to Rangers to try and accomplish that under Steven Gerrard, which I'm rather enjoying the football that they are doing. So, that's an argument for another time. But of course, just to show you there, Rangers predicted to finish in 2nd place there. They have a very good side. And one I'm quite interested to see how they get on using this tactic. But without further ado, it's time to show you this tactic. Here we go. 1 season in the future. Going to holiday it using the tactic. No sign-ins or anything like that. Just as the teams as they are. Let's go. So here we are. Boavista first. And quite successful, I think you'll agree. 5th place, so 2 positions above where they're predicted to finish. Let's have a look at the profile here. So Benfica, of course, running away with it there. Porto and Sporting, the two other big sides in Portugal. Braga finishing in 4th. But 3 points behind them of Sporting and Braga was Boavista. So that's not too bad, to be honest. Assist-wise, we have Tavares up there. A lot of yellow cards for Fabinho. A lot of clean sheets too. Now that does actually shock me, using not exactly a very defensive tactic. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, let's have a look to see who's been playing. So, Neres has been playing majority of the season in the Libero role. And as you can see, just 1 goal. So, not exactly what it was for SMS on attack, but we're just intrigued to see how it does get on. What I do want to see, though, on the profile of this, let's dive more into the statistics of this tactic. So, wow, okay, best average possession, Boavista by 1% above Benfica. 57 average possession across the 34 games. That's some doing. That is some doing. That's actually quite pleasing for me to see. Most fouls made, though, we also have the most fouls made and the most red cards with 7 red cards. So getting stuck in, maybe not the best idea, I don't think. I do prefer to play and back off and stand your ground, not get stuck in, and not have so many bans across the season. I think that's the best way for, in my eyes anyway. I'd rather keep my players on the pitch. But I think this tactic, though, for possession-wise, very good. I'm wondering whether it's exactly the same for the other teams. Well, Luke, there's only one way to find out, and that's to have a look at the other teams. So don't waste any more time. So we find ourselves at Fastav Zlin, and they find themselves in 4th place. So remember, they were predicted to finish in 11th. Season preview put them in 11th. However, 5th place. So, and they managed to qualify for the Europa League too. 43 points. They are some way off Jablonek in 4th, but also quite comfortably 4 points above 6th place. So they've actually done really well. They also have one of the top scorers of the league. However, one man absolutely dominated that with almost double the amount of goals of anyone else playing for Slavia Prague, who only finished in 3rd place as well. One of the highest average ratings, but again, the most yellow cards in Peter Jaranek with 17 yellow cards. The one below him, 10 yellow cards. Most clean sheets again, so that's 2 really good clean sheets. Statistics-wise then, again, best average possession, 58% once again. So it does seem like if you want to have a very possession-based tactic, this one is quite an interesting one. Most fouls made, we are 2nd in the most fouls made in behind Bohemians. We have the most games without conceding a goal, 3 in a row. That's quite good, to be fair. But, I mean, red cards, they're not there, which I'm quite surprised with. So outside of that, it's actually quite good. I'll have a look now at the statistics of the Libero. So the Libero role seemed to have been shared around, but this man seems to have played it the most, Lucas Vastril. And he hasn't scored or assisted anything. But I don't think he's actually that good of a player going forward. So he just has the basics attacking. Like, attacking's really poor, to be fair. 8 dribbling and first touch. Passing of only 7. So maybe not the best choice for a Libero. If you had someone better there, it would be quite intriguing to see how they actually do. So maybe at Rangers, when they have better players, we'll see who actually has done the business there. But I think, all in all, this tactic's done Fastav Zlin rather good. They've managed to get European football in just 1 season using this tactic. Fair play. Finally then, we look to Scotland and Rangers. Oh, devastating. Missed out from beating Celtic by just 2 points. Did anything cost them at the end of the season? Was it close? Oh my God. Celtic, Aberdeen and Hibernian all picking up draws against Rangers at the end there. I'm intrigued now. Past positions. We're invested, aren't we? We're all invested. Oh, devastating. They were actually top for a long time. Majority of the season was dominated by Rangers at the top there. Not dominated, but you know what I mean. They had the most times at first place. And Celtic there pinching it, probably because of the end form. But here we go. Best shooting accuracy, best passing accuracy, and best average possession. 61% average possession. That's very high. Celtic only producing 54. Fouls made, are they up there? Third with fouls made, so that's quite high. They also had 4 red cards in total there, so that isn't too bad, I suppose. They had the most clean sheets though, so again, this tactic must be quite defensive. Must be rather good defensively because they are doing that. So that's not too bad. I think it's about time though we have a look to see who's been playing in the libero role and see exactly how they've been doing. Well, there's a man called Philip Helander who has 5 goals and 4 assists. And I just wonder whether he has been... No, he hasn't. I mean, he's played a few games there, so it's not him. I'll have a look. I'll do my research and I'll find him for you. I mean, stupidly, the guy above him had more goals and more assists. George Edmondson is this man. He has been playing the libero role more, and overall in total this season he scored 7 goals and got 6 assists, including all 6 of those assists being in the Scottish Premiership. So George has been playing the libero. He's not a phenomenal player by any stretch of the imagination. He has decent attributes for a defender, but he's been playing the libero role and he's been doing good work, I suppose, producing good stuff. I'm sorry we're highlighting just one position. I'm just very intrigued by the actual libero role, but it does seem that this tactic has been rather good. For possession wise, it's been outstanding. So if you want to work on possession and be one of those sides, if you have, I'd imagine if you have like one of the teams which are like the best teams in the league, using this tactic, you probably would dominate the league because you'd have the most possession, you'd have the highest quality players in the league to actually like fulfill the possession and work your opponents down, and because it's quite good defensively already, then I'd imagine you do rather well. The libero role, if you had someone specialised in that role as well. I know a lot of people put in the comments, certain people like Christopher Ayer in this year's iteration of the game. Marco Canna would be very good as well. David Luiz, of course, is probably the most recent modern day libero that we know after the role was sort of invented by like the likes of Koeman and Lothar Matthäus. All of those names, it's great to see that you guys were really joining in the libero role in that last episode, which is fantastic. Maybe there's another position that you want to see us look at. I know that Segunda Volante is someone that is a position that a lot of people talks about. I'm interested. I'm interested in these different formations and these different tactics. I think the Raumdeuter as well, which is basically what Thomas Muller played for a long time. I'm quite interested to see what we can do with that. Maybe we can find a tactic using that. Maybe that's something you also want to see as well. So please let us know down in the comments. But yes, overall, a rather successful tactic test. I think you will agree. Some good performances there. Gutted for Rangers fans, losing out probably on the league in the last 4 games of the season. But still, if you're doing it yourself, you might do a lot better. But please drop a like on the video. Let us know down in the comments all of the things I asked for today, whether it's position or a tactic or anything like that. That'll be fantastic. I like reading your comments and interacting with you guys. That is great. I'm glad you're all still enjoying Football Manager during this very hard period of the world and what's going on outside of Football Manager in real life. So I'm glad you're diving into this and taking your mind off of things. But please, my name is Mega Luke. If you want to come over and check my channel out, please do. The link's down in the description or it's at the end of the video. And I shall see you for the next one on FM Scout. Please subscribe to FM Scout. Bye bye.